person is ignore them. This is the heart of transcending circumstances, and we're going to talk about it. Watch this video all the way until the end because, when I first started with all of this, I used to give cookies. Hold on. Okay. When I was trying to set up this live, I accidentally did it on my phone, and now I can only do it on my phone, and so we're just doing it anyway, but so I'm bringing you guys so much more than cookie cutter. I don't know if you just want a list of, hey, here's what you need to do. But in my experience, yes, I'm going to give you that. But I'm also going to give you something that is so much more, because every single time that anybody lays out cookie cutter 1, 2, 3, here you go instructions, here's what happens. You somehow find yourself still not able to follow them. And now for some of you, maybe you can sometimes, but not all of the time. And so what you're going to get in this video on transcending circumstances is what is between the lines on not just what to do, but how to do it, how to really implement this. This is my life's work. And you really got to understand something else, that the way that you manifest one thing is the way that you manifest everything. So if you're not hearing me talk about specific person, specific person, specific person, specific person, here's how you do this, here's how you do that, here's how you do this, here's how you do that. Guys, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you manifest a car versus how you manifest a person versus how you manifest a job versus how you manifest your body. It doesn't matter. The way that you manifest one thing is the way that you manifest everything. So I'm going to teach you how to manifest, how to transcend circumstances, no matter what they are, no matter where you're at, no matter what you believe, no matter what you feel, no matter what happened, no matter what anybody said, no matter what you did. That's what this is about. We did another masterclass, which I'm going to put it up here for you guys, but I want you to watch this one first. We did another masterclass last week, and it was so good, I decided to do this one. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. Because last week when I tried to do this video, I was a little bit offset because it only let me do it on my phone. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And then this week I forgot about it too, but we're doing it anyway. So I'm getting a lot of comments on my look. I'm doing a glow up. And in preparation for the sexy course that's coming up in June, there's still some openings for that. If you guys want to do that with me, that's tier 3 of the university. That is in the description below. And I'm going to bring my tips from my glow up to the sexy course with you guys. So basically, just really quick rundown. I mean, sexy is just an excuse to be confident. It's just an angle on confidence. It's just an angle on following your joy. It's just an angle on having fun. It's not about the way that you look. It's about your energy. It's about your attitude. It's about alignment. It's about your identity. And also what's coming up in the university, sexy course. Also what's coming up in the university is my favorite avatar character. So what we really are doing in Super Life in the university is, the most important thing for you to do to manifest whatever you want. And we're going to get way more into this, so just keep watching. I'm just kind of explaining this stuff. But you need to embody your God self. You need to be in God state. And you need to know the difference between your human limited identity ego versus your God self. And so what I've been doing in Super Life, which is about, living your best life. It's about embodiment of the best version of you. I've been bringing a new avatar character every single month that can give you some radical examples on methods that you can use, ways that you can embody your God self, embody your God state. And it's really about recreating yourself and, you know, the embodiment of a character that you're going to walk as on this earth, that you're going to be on this earth. But that character is in God's state. That character knows how to manifest what they want. That character knows how to get what they want and does. That character is confident. That character feels good in their life, in their body. That character is the character that you want to be in this life, who's enjoying their life. It's your highest self. So that's what we do. That's what we do every single month. And so far, what we've done is we've done several characters, and if you join today, if you join now, you're going to get everything that we've done so far because it hasn't rolled over yet. And my favorite character is coming up in June. Her name is Monet. She's my favorite character because she is always in designer mode. Her name represents art, the artist, Monet. That's the only like meaning behind that name. She dances her way through life. She dances on a multidimensional level. She dances with life. She dances around circumstances. She dances in her relationship. She dances with everything that comes up. And she makes life her bitch, but not because she is a bitch, but because she's so fucking aligned and brilliant and in designer mode and creative and in love. And of course, she's enjoying herself every step along the way. So that's coming up. And in my opinion, she's sexy as fuck. So we got a lot of work to do. Okay, so I have some notes here on my other phone. And we're going to talk about transcending circumstances. So, you know, oftentimes, where do I start? Okay, there's two phases to manifesting. Phase one is you are in human limited ego mind state. And that is a state where you are not able to control your thoughts. You're not able to control your emotions. You're not able to change the story. You're not really able to implement the practices, implement the techniques. You're not able to follow the directions. You're just having trouble. You feel like your thoughts are thinking you. I call this instability. This is instability. So if you're in phase one, where basically it's a symptom of being identified with the human limited ego mind. It's you're being human and you are in victim mode. Even if you're not trying to, it feels like it's happening to me instead of I'm creating it all and I'm giving life to it all. Okay, so number one, that's instability. If you are in stage one or phase one, you have one job, only one job, not to manifest your house, not to manifest your person, not to manifest your body, not to manifest the money. The only thing that you need to work on is gaining stability, becoming stable, becoming the version of yourself who can change your thoughts, who can tell a different story, who can adopt new definitions, who has say and influence and sway over your human condition and your experience, okay? So you want to get yourself to phase two, where you can direct yourself emotionally, mentally, you can change the story, you can follow the directions, you can set out to feel a certain way and feel that way, you can create. This is where you can get creative. Once you are in phase two and once you are stable, and I'm literally like actively, I have programs and things that I'm doing every week for you guys to help you get into and maintain these states. Okay, that's what I do in Super Life. So once you're in phase two, now you can start thinking about specifically, what do I want and how do I do it, and I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna go get it. Because now you can follow directions because your monkey brain is not in the way. Now you can do a meditation and succeed. Now you can live from your end. Now you can change your feeling. Now you can change your story. Now you can change your state. Now you can adopt a new habit, a new way of being, a new way of feeling, a new way of thinking. Now you have say and control over your identity. Now you're in God state. So there's the two phases. So just remember, if you're feeling like shit, you just need support. Phase 1 requires consistency, determination. It requires you to be completely committed. It requires you to be able to feel like you are failing and keep doing it anyway when there is no evidence that it's working or that you're getting anywhere, and when everything inside of you is screaming that this is not working, and all of your beliefs, your negative beliefs, are showing themselves to you and you're still in the place where you believe them. That's where it requires dedication, commitment, consistency, and support. So I'm just going to be real with you guys because that's the best thing that I can do for you. If you are not in a community where you're receiving support, you don't fucking believe in this stuff. You just don't. Because if you're having trouble but you're not getting that support, you would totally be there if you actually believed in it. So this is just for you to keep yourself accountable. Like, what would I be doing if I really believed that I would get that result? Like, wake yourself up and do something that you would not normally do, because in order to get to phase 2, I'm sorry, but you need some help. And once you're in phase 2, in order to stay there, you've got to stay consistent and committed still. It's easier, it's more fun, it's nicer, because now it's like, oh, I have a community, we're having fun, we're egging each other on, it's so much more fun now, but you still have to do it. I literally had someone in the group, I think today or yesterday, be like, guys, like, when Jasmine says that you need to keep it up even when things are going really good, like, she is right. Yes, because guess what's going to happen? Just like Neville Goddard says, no one is immune to falling into or out of a state. So there's places, like, unless if you're flying around like Superman, okay, like, unless if you're like totally doing the Matrix stuff, there are places where you still believe in limitation. There are places where you're still falling for the illusion and letting it have grip and power over you. So as long as that is going on, you are going to be faced with challenges and situations that help you overcome that. And you are either on a journey to overcoming those illusions and transcending them to greater and greater, more masterful extents, or you're going to fall asleep and stay where you are. If you are transcending circumstances to greater and greater, more masterful levels, you're going to have to be on and stay on. You're going to have to keep yourself awake and aware. Okay, so let me read some of these notes to you. And, it's not, quite often it's that you already have all the information that you need. Like for instance, in the community in Super Life. All the information that you need is there. And then some people will just completely, they'll forget. And they'll be like, oh my God, what do I do for this? And I'm like, go back to the courses. Go back to the information. Go back to study. You have to study. Because you don't need a new piece of information oftentimes. You need to apply the information that you already have. Okay? So if you are not applying what you already have, you're going to find yourself going in circles and just keep looking for more and more and more and more. You're going to find yourself in this black hole of looking for an answer when all the answers are already there. But the difference between you stepping into that new reality with what you want and having and getting what you want versus where you are now and never having it is embodiment. You just have to take it seriously enough to make yourself change, make yourself step forward and think something different and do something different. What is that next step of embodiment? What is that next thing? Here, let me see if I can fix the word. Okay, it should be working now. Okay. Okay, so there's the world of God and there's the world of man. Man, the limited ego world. And then there's the creator God state world. You are one or you're the other. You realize that you are God, that you are creator of your reality, and that there's no opposition. Nothing can contend with that. There's no one outside of you. You're creating it all through your eyes, through your experience. There's no opposition except you, your own mind, your own head, your own thoughts, your own stories, whatever it is that you buy into. It's all you. Okay? So these two worlds do not mix. Everyone is a mixed bag of vibrations or beliefs, and there are layers to your belief systems as far as what you believe in, circumstances, and to what extent. So, for instance, you might believe that manifesting money is really, really easy. You might believe that manifesting a candy bar is really, really easy. You might believe that manifesting a car is really, really easy. Oh, but when it comes to your person, oh my God, that's impossible. Oh my God, it's not going to work because, oh my God, like, I just can't believe in this. Why? This is what I'm saying, that like, even if you say that you know this stuff, even if you know law of attraction with like the back of your hand, like you can recite this stuff, you've seen every video, you've seen everything, but you are still not applying it. You are still not the God state embodiment of that which you say that you know and can recite correctly, right? So there's a disconnect there. The only thing that makes this connection is embodying God state. And God state can take any form that you want, but ultimately, God state is the ability to create in your world. So if it looks like a girl wearing a dress like me and she's sexy, or like, I don't know what kind of music you like, or if you're a dancer, if your name is Monet, or if your name is fucking warrior goddess, like what we're doing now, they're all God states, right? You can be your highest version of you, your funkiest, most fun, most abundant, loving version of you, and God state, right? So we get to mix these things together. Like we get to be our true, authentic, spirited selves inside a body and create. Okay, so I myself have had like a pretty good time manifesting things, manifesting big things. Like I really came from such huge disadvantages. Okay, like I've most of my life has been just like full of assholes, seriously, and like nothing easy, nothing easy, nothing good. All right, but I've still had like a relatively easy time manifesting. But when I started coaching people, I recognized that I have a relatively optimistic disposition. And I felt like that gave me an unfair advantage. And I wanted to learn how to coach people who do not have the advantage of a relatively optimistic disposition, because a lot of people are maybe just not identified with being that way at all, or you're not at all feeling that way at this time, right? So I wanted to learn how to help anyone manifest anything, no matter where the fuck they are. And at this point in time, like, I have accomplished that. I have achieved that. As far as understanding how to get you from the bottom to anywhere that you want to be, it just has to do with getting from phase 1 to phase 2. And let me tell you something. Circumstances, again, this is circumstances don't matter masterclass. Circumstances don't matter. It's not that you have a mental illness or depression or you have a sickness or you have a whatever. I've had all those things, and I've also manifested myself to be in realities where I don't have those things, because manifestation, whatever your circumstances are, it's a choice. It's a choice to believe or buy into that. And it's not different than believing that your person situation is X, Y, Z, whatever. There's no such thing as anything outside of you. How much you're willing to buy into that, how much you're willing to believe that, is going to determine how far you are willing, how far that you go as a manifester and what you're able to do. Because if you think that there's things that are out of your hands, out of your control, that you are somehow a victim, that someone else can manifest or influence you, yeah, you're fucked. How can I create a healthy body if I feel pain every day, even though I try to ignore it every day? It's the same way that you manifest anything and everything else. I totally understand what you're saying. I've totally been in situations like that where it's uncomfortable every day. And I'm telling you, you can manifest whatever you want. But see, the question tells you what you believe. How? And you're asking how because you believe in circumstances. If you really understand, and this is like science at this point, okay? It's science. It's well documented from many different scientific angles at this point that the observation is basically what creates, that consciousness is what creates, that matter isn't even matter. Like, it's not even real. It's not even like the dense physical matter that we think that it is. It's basically frozen light. Look that one up. Frozen light. Matter is a process. It's not a thing. Okay, so I naturally have always wanted to really learn how to manifest so much more, like mastery on a whole nother level. Like, all the things that we know that we can manifest and do on a level, like, it, what do you get out of that if you know that there can be so much more? Like, how far can I take this? Okay, so through that experience, I learned to break my own belief in physical circumstances as the cause of anything. So what I'm saying to you guys here is that you have to really, really choose to believe, choose to change your belief system, that there is no circumstance that is the cause for anything. Because if you see, you can say right now, you can be like, yeah, I get that, I believe that, I read that CIA document paper, like, I read all of it, like, I believe that there's nothing outside of me. Okay, but then you still unconsciously make that separation and create that separation for you in your life. When you know, act like your pets are outside of you, what are they going to do? Oh no, they did it again. People outside of you, what do they do? You know, what are they going to do now? Like, I wonder what this person's going to do. I wonder what the weather's going to do. I wonder why I have a cough. I wonder what it, instead of realizing, no, it's going to go like this, it's going to go like this, it's going to go like this, it's going to go like this. Let me tell you something. When you become the God state version of you, here's how you manifest anything that you want right here. Anything that you want. When you are one in God state, in the embodiment of your God state, the evidence of that is you have zero reaction to the outside circumstances. None. No reaction to outside circumstances. Okay? When you're in God's state and you have no reaction to outside circumstances, that is when you can declare a thing and it will be so. I am hearing lots of people lately. I'm going to like stop doing market research because I just get the best information when I'm not paying attention to what anybody else. But there are always trends that go along with like whatever it is that I'm coming to, right? And sometimes I just let the universe like kind of bring it to me that way. But like so many people are talking about manifestation is a decision. Manifestation is a decision. Manifestation is a decision. It's every fucking where now. But just because someone says that, it doesn't mean that you know how to make that decision. I'll tell you how to make that decision. It's you need to learn how to embody God's state and how to reconcile all of the different states that you have that all think different things and come from different places. All of the different states that you have that are unconscious states, you need to collapse them into this one God state and recognize what that is, what that feels like, what that does, so that you can have and train yourself from phase 1 to phase 2, train yourself to have no reaction to the outside. When you are doing that, that is when you'll be able to declare a thing and it will be so. It will fucking happen. And you will know it. You will know the entire time. You'll be like, you'll see a thing happen. You'll be like, yeah, right, this is going to happen. And guess what? Every single one of you have done this. Every single one of you have done this at some point. You've been like, oh yeah, look, he's going to do that. Oh yeah, she's going to do that. Don't worry, the other shoe's about to drop. You've all done this. You just don't know how to do it deliberately at will to your advantage. But at least you know that you can. And if you can learn how to do this, what can stop you? What should you be afraid of? What could possibly be worth keeping you from learning how to do this shit? I've literally given up everything. Like fuck everything. I'm going to learn this shit. Because once you really, really, really get it, nothing and no one is going to be able to take anything from you. I think that you don't even know how far that this can go. You don't even realize the realities that you've never perceived before, that you never knew existed, that you can manifest. You don't know how your life can be blissful bubble of ecstasy every single day. You don't know how every day can really be like a cosmic red carpet rolling out for you every moment of every day. You really don't know just how you can feel so at one with the entirety of the universe and in concert with all the wisdom of all that is all the time, in concert in this amazingly orchestrated thing with like every being, every person, everything in your life all day, every thought, pure connection, pure telepathy, pure love. That's what love is. That's what union is. There are realities that you can live now that you don't know exist because you haven't pushed through and gotten to the other side of these stupid fucking beliefs that you have right now that are like in charge of your fucking reality. It is so worth whatever it is that you have to do to get over that shit and then see what happens when you believe something different. When you really believe something different. How do you know when you believe something different? Because when something doesn't look right on the outside, you're no longer taking that as reality. You understand it's going to do what you say that it's going to do. And then when the boulder didn't move and you still knew that it was going to move, that's when it moves. But how often do you really do that? How often do you really, really know a thing is going to happen, even when there's no evidence? And maybe there's even evidence to the contrary. But when you're in God's state and you really learn how to hone that stability and be stable, you will not be moved. And when you are not moved, that's when you move reality. Apply this to your person, any person. Apply this to any situation, for anything, anywhere. Apply this to illness. Apply this to pain. Apply this to anything. Remember, the story of whoever it is that you think that you are, whatever it is that you think that you've done, whatever it is that you think that your bodily conditions and your personality are, those things are not true. They're not you. You are the eternal observer, the eternal creator behind it all. So you can literally shift your state and embody any fucking character with a different personality, a different body, a different set of characteristics and traits than anyone that you've ever been before in your life. That's what it means to be a creator. Behind it all, there's an infinite number of versions of you, an infinite number of versions of Earth, and an infinite number of versions of everyone that you know. And all you got to do is learn how to stop taking the outside seriously so that you can internally navigate through by virtue of adjusting your frequency, your thoughts, your vibration, doing the shift internally. But you'll never do that shift internally if you remain a slave and a prisoner to the illusion. So manifesting is really, really, really easy, but it's hard when you are still in that unstable phase. It feels hard. This is why it takes grit to push through at that level. You have to, that's where it becomes hard. That's why we're doing Geisha Warrior this month in the community, because she got grit, baby. She got grit. She got confidence. She knows how to cut shit off and say no. She knows how to redirect herself and screw her head on straight and get that shit done. And she don't fucking care what you have to say about it. Okay, like that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so reading my notes here. Okay, so how about this? If your world has changed drastically, or even not drastically, if your world changes or responds to you differently, like I know this has happened to me. When I would change my vibration, I could do nothing differently, and everything would change in a big, big way. I am sure that you have had experiences like that it works for the bad side and it works for the good side. Okay, so like you could be doing nothing different in your life and you could be like, oh my God, he's going to leave me. He's going to cheat on me, or I'm going to lose this job. You're not doing anything differently. You're only feeling differently. And shit hits the fan, but also you can do it the other way, which is what we learn how to do in manifesting. You learn how to, okay, I'm going to be in God's state. I'm going to create. I'm going to feel differently. I'm going to change my identity. I'm going to have positive expectations. I'm going to create. And then you watch things change, and you knew they were going to change. Did you do anything differently on the outside to make it change? No, it just changed. And this can be to drastic degrees. It works both ways. That is exactly how it goes. So I just want you to think about, because like, the best way for you to understand this is really to remember times when you have done this or when things like this have happened to you. If you can remember that and go back to that, it helps you understand how to embody that, a thing like that. Because people always ask, how am I supposed to feel this way when X, Y, Z is different? Nothing on the screen of space in your reality is making you feel or think any kind of way. Nothing on the screen of space in your reality represents any particular story or any particular thing at all. You give everything a story and definition that comes from you and you alone completely. What's the evidence of that? That everyone has different stories on the same stuff. Nobody can agree. That's everywhere. Right? We don't even have to talk about that. Okay. So basically, all right. If a vibration can change everything so drastically in a negative sense beyond any logic or reason, then it also works the opposite way. Vibration is the only cause for anything. So this is how you transcend circumstances, by being able to even when you don't feel like it, okay? Even when you're still in phase one, you have to choose to remember these laws, remember these things, and choose to default back to them, even when you're not feeling good, when you're not feeling stable, when you're not feeling like you believe it. You still go back and default to it. You decide what you believe, no matter what you feel. Do you believe that the circumstances can create in your reality? Do you believe that it's possible for you to be a victim? Do you believe that someone else has power over you or that something else has power over you? Do you believe that it's possible for something else to manifest for you? Or, because it's one or the other. Or do you believe that vibration is the only cause for anything? It's one or the other. If you can choose to believe and continue redirecting yourself back to vibration is the only cause for anything, that is how you start to really be able to transcend circumstances no matter what level that you're at, no matter what. Because what will happen is people will say, yeah, I believe it. They'll apply it in a little place, maybe with your person. But then once you get your person, you start paying attention to them like they're real, and you fuck yourself up all over again, and it all goes to shit. Because as soon as they come around, you're treating them like they're real, like what they say matters, like they have some kind of power over you, to affect your thoughts, your feelings, your vibrations. You stop being aware and playing the manifesting game. And it's a game. It's a game of fun, right? It's a game of creation. I don't mean that in like a bad way. Honestly, like being super aware on this level, like living super consciously on this level, is the kindest way for you to conduct any of your life and any of your relationships. It's the best, most compassionate, kindest way for you to be. It's not manipulative. In fact, when you don't know that you have power, you're going to manipulate because the ego manipulates. And the ego, the limited human ego, is the one who feels powerless. So if you want to be the most loving, abundant version of yourself, you have to be in God state. Otherwise, you're a victim. Okay, so vibration is the only cause for anything. Once you shift, the means or story is created to make it appear logical. So once you shift your vibration and you're like, okay, my reality is this, and it's going to go like this. The circumstances around you will change to match what you have decided. But it's not the circumstances that made the thing happen. It's just that you watched the bridge of events unfold after you decided to manifest it, right? To live from your end. Okay, so manifestation is not akin to the logical world. Manifestation is the creative attribute of God, and the two worlds do not mix. So it doesn't make sense. Manifestation does not make sense, whether it be, and I mean, your person is going to tell you things that don't make sense. Or like, they don't even know why the fuck they're acting the way that they are because they know that they want to be with you. It doesn't make any sense. That's because you're thinking from a victim ego identity, and you're essentially telling them to reject you without realizing it because you're not aware, because you're not in God state. Knowing this and being able to apply it to the extent that I mean would mean very dramatic shifts in your life. I'm talking about literally being so aware of the one true cause, that you literally rely on nothing except your internal state for fulfillment. And through that mastery, you gain the ability to manipulate your world to unlimited degrees. So that's the thing, is you can take this as far as you want to take it. You could be doing really, really bad and take it as far as you want to take it. Or you can be doing really, really, really well. You can be millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. Why do we live in a place where we believe and acknowledge limitation? Why? You don't have to do that. You live in an unlimited place. So why should you cap yourself off at anything? Why should you say, this is fine, this is okay? Let me tell you something. normal, fine, mediocre, okay. Those things are not okay. You are either with me or you're against me. So you're either continuing to evolve and grow and go and go and go. You're either going up or you're going down. Let me tell you, it's either up or down. In every case where you see any limitation in your life, that is where you have said that circumstances are what deliver, not vibration, not God. Write that one down. Are you willing to correct this? Are you willing to challenge this? Are you willing to change this? Are you willing to reconcile this so that all the versions of you, throughout your day, you're occupying different versions of you. You're occupying different states that all have different recollections and automatic habits and things they think and do. So there's versions of you who know this, and there's versions of you who don't. And sometimes they exist within moments of each other. And so being aware and in God state means reconciling all the different versions of you who are not on board with this, not acting accordingly, and whose habits are not reflecting that you know and believe this is true. Right? So are you willing to gain that level of awareness to correct this so that you can have deliberate control over your world? So I'm going to say this again. In every case where you see any limitation in your life, that is where you have said that circumstances are what deliver, not vibration, not God. So for instance, usually the limitations that you say to yourself, you just take them as fact. You're unconsciously declaring that this is the reality. This is true. This is fact. Like, I don't have the money for this. You just, no question, that's my word. Okay, so you're unconscious. Do you know that when you're in God state, the same thing is also true, except you do this to your advantage. You say, oh, that money is going to come. Oh, that money's in my bank account. Oh, that phone call is coming. Oh, he's coming back to me. He's going to be here today. I have done the most amazing radical stuff. I met a guy in Miami one time, and I was like, he's going to call me tonight at 10 o'clock. He did. I went to sleep. I was like, but he did call at 10 o'clock. Just, that's what I'm saying is like God state, there's no limits. Are you willing to correct this? Because you can, and when you do, you will experience life in a way like never before. You know how like physical life just feels like everything is against you, nothing is easy, everything is slow, life sucks, reality, blah, 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 blah. It's a certain feeling, experience. It's a certain experience of life and of reality. But when you correct your state, you will experience life like never before because it is a completely different reality altogether. Cosmic red carpet rolling out for you everywhere that you go. You are a different person. You feel different. You know different. You see different. You expect different. You experience different. You interact different. You perceive different. Your reaction to everything is different. Your world is different. You will experience life through the eyes of the creator, not the created, finite, powerless human ego. Circumstances have nothing to do with anything. Write that one down. The truth is the key to your freedom. Or sorry, this truth. This truth is the key to your freedom. The degree to which you apply this is the degree to which you will possess the miraculous ability to create your own personal world. If you're having trouble feeling it real, this is why. The degree to which you believe in circumstances is the degree that you will not be able to access the power that creates worlds. So if you think, oh, I just feel bad. Oh, I just have this condition. Oh, I just have whatever. These are the things that circumstances, have on me in this world. You won't be able to shift your state because you think your body is in control of you or it's out of your control. You think that it's normal to feel or be or think in the way that you are. That's just your reality. Oh, look, this person says, hey, Jazz, thanks so much for your videos. It helped me a lot to get my SP finally engaged. Yeah. Yeah. So thinking versus imagination. You should not be thinking to fix problems. The areas in your life that you find yourself thinking about are the areas you believe in circumstances instead of God creator, your God creator self. Loophole. There are plenty of things that you manifest that you don't do processes for. Plenty of things that don't look to be the case that manifest because you know them to be the case. When you're sick or in pain, it can feel like you're going to be in that state forever, and you may even say it to yourself, but you know it's not the case. You know you're going to get better, and you do. You know that things pass and things change despite circumstances, even big things, even big storms. This is no different. I always make the example of like a baby. Oh, baby cry. Oh, it's the end of the world for the baby. Oh, baby's gonna be fine. Baby's fine. Same. This too shall pass. It doesn't matter what is happening now. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter if anyone knows except you. Oh gosh, I love what I'm manifesting. I'm in my end. I know what I'm manifesting. And it's like, so the difference is this. The difference is that instead of looking around at your world and you're kind of nervous because like, what is my world going to do? What is this person going to do? What's that person going to do? What are they thinking about me? What is it? What's going to happen? No, it's, you know what everything is going to do. You know that everyone thinks you're fucking hot and sexy. You know that everyone thinks you're so fucking irresistible. You know what everyone thinks about you. You know everyone likes you. You know everyone knows you. Everyone likes you. Everyone notices when you're in the room. Everybody loves your presence, your aura. They just can't figure out what's so fucking amazing about you. That there's something different and awesome. Everybody's attracted to you. Everybody thinks you're great. You know what reality is going to do. Those are just examples. You know what they're going to do, and you get that. That's when you're creating. So I love it when I'm like in my end and nobody around me knows what I know. So it's like, I've got a secret. Like, I got a secret. I know what's going to happen. And it's just, I just keep it to myself. It's super fun. It doesn't matter what's happening now. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter if anyone knows except you. It doesn't matter how you feel or think. It doesn't matter what anyone else says, thinks, or does. It's going to happen no matter what. Nothing and no one can mess it up because it's already done. This is stuff that I go like way more in depth in Super Life, telling you exactly how to transcend your emotions, transcend your thoughts, transcend your stories, transcend your own unconsciousness, how to wake yourself back up into God's state. Expect to see the evidence. No matter what you feel, see, or feel, know that you will. Keep deciding no matter what, and it will be. So this is, you know, the hard parts are really if you're still in a state of instability and you need to get stable. Remember, that requires, you feel, oh my God, how do I get stable? How do I do this? How do I do that? How come this doesn't work for me? How come that? Okay, that's instability, right? You're feeling urgency. You're feeling nothing works. It's loops. It's loops. It's digging this endless hole. You're unstable. So consistency, dedication, commitment, support. I don't know any other way. And then at some point you have to let go and surrender and just fucking apply. You cross that bridge and you get yourself to wake up enough, to be aware enough, to really apply what is in front of you, what you have learned. Embodiment is the difference. Learning is good for nothing if you are not embodying it. Okay? So if you want help embodying the God state version of you and no longer be fooled by the illusion, by circumstances, if you want support, if you want a community and teachings and lesson, all the things that are going to help you stay focused, join Super Life. That link is in the description below. If you want to join my sexy course, if you want extra help from me, that is tier 3. That's like, if you're a little bit more committed, I guess you could say, a little bit more just fucking shit or get off the pot, right? If you would like to work with me for 1 year, which means you're doing pretty well, you may even be doing better than a lot of people, but you know that there's a lot more. And you are really actually ready for that. And you're not desperate, you're ready. call me at 984-350-0201. Oh, wait, don't call me. Text me. Not going to answer if you call. 984-350-0201. Maybe I'll put that below. Only if you are really, really, really ready. Okay, so I'm going live today in Super Life, and I'm going to talk about Geisha Warrior. Geisha Warrior is a badass and the God state version of herself who knows how to cut through the bullshit, knows how to fucking just do what she needs to do and make it look easy, make it look fun, make it look sexy, make it look good. Cut ties with whatever, cut ties with your old self, cut the fucking crap, get to the goods. Next month, we're covering Monet, who is the designer. She's designer mode all the time. I fucking love it. She's the dancer. She dances through life. She dances through all the dimensions of life. She dances through her relationships, through her conversation. She dances through everything. She makes it look easy. She makes it look good. She makes it look flawless and effortless. And we're doing the sexy course. It's 984-350-0201. Text me only if you're really, really doing good, want more, and ready. I'll see you guys tonight, 6 o'clock in Super Life.